Hey guys, Spartan here. Want to do a quick little video on the top resources in 2022 that are free and available to you guys out there that I think every single trader should be using. Now, if you guys are obviously experienced traders, probably not a video for you to watch, but maybe there's something here that you aren't aware of that could help you. But certainly for new traders, guys, some great starting points if you're just getting into trading. And these tools are all free. They help you learn. They help you find ideas. They certainly can help you make money in the markets as you do progress in your trading careers. So let's kind of just go through them. Now, first and foremost, if you guys go to Spark Newswire that we're associated with, it is free. And I would certainly recommend signing up for it. It costs no money at all. It's a newswire that is live, linked to the market. You get a ton of different articles. And obviously, it's all actionable news that is being posted here. You got earnings, you have news that comes out affecting the markets all day long. Usually, these things do cost money, these news wires, but this one doesn't because it's in beta for now. And will be for for the next foreseeable future, couple months as things get developed. So I certainly would recommend signing up for this, using this as you are trading. Next thing I would do, guys, is go to Finviz. Finviz, great tool for screening through charts. Great tool to use intraday to find relative strength and weakness by looking at the heat map. The screener is fairly simple to use. That's the primary function that I look at and use. Sometimes I'll just, I'll search up a ticker or I'll search up a name. Like let's say I want to see, cybersecurity. So I'll search up cyber. It's going to bring up names that are all cybersecurity related. I'll open up all the names that are cybersecurity related in their profiles, and I can sort by them. I can look at the volume. I can further break it down, obviously sort by price, current volume, relative volume, etc. I use this site every single day that I trade. I use it for screening. I use it for research. I use it for due diligence on names that I'm looking at. Fantastic tool. Tells you a ton of stuff in regards to financials. Let's just click on a name and just do a quick little look. Like let's click on cyber, and you can see the financials. What's going on: sales, income, market cap. You can see if it's optionable, shortable, the short interest on the name, the float. All this great information. You can also see the recent upgrades and downgrades on the stock, the news that has come out on it in the last X amount of time, as well as there usually is at the bottom if there is insider buying and selling. You'll see insider buying and selling at the bottom as well. I don't think there's anything recent on this name. That's why it's not showing anything. But yeah, great tool to use as well. If we're talking about using charts that you want to bring up on your browser, TradingView, I first and foremost would recommend using anything that you have on your brokerage. If you have a brokerage like Thinkorswim, E-Trade, whatever, they usually have a brokerage platform that you can use and have those charts up. I would recommend using that rather than using a browser platform. Why? Because the brokerage charts are linked to your actual buying and selling, and it's going to be much faster to operate, especially if you're trading intraday. If you're swing trading, I guess it really doesn't matter. You can look at charts on anything, but I would use this TradingView. That's probably the best free charting software out there. There's obviously paid part of it, but essentially you can it will suffice for intraday trading, live data, all that type of stuff. But yeah, I think it's great for both for both equities, and if you do trade crypto, you can bring up crypto names here as well as futures and commodities. So really good tool there. Next thing I'd probably look at is this bar charts, unusual options activity. If you want to generate ideas based on the option side, or you're an options trader, this is just a good thing to view. You can see the unusual option activity that happened today. You can see what the strike is, expiration date. It tells you a lot of good information. This could generate some ideas. Maybe there was something that you missed intraday, or something that you wouldn't have seen from a volume perspective on the option side that could potentially be a great opportunity. I usually link what I'm looking at on the unusual option activity with what I'm looking at on the charts to see if there's a technical setup that makes sense. Of course, the risk reward and the amount of room it has to the upside must make sense before you actually take the trade. I wouldn't just follow any random option activity. I'd make sure it fits your risk profile first. But this is a great tool to use, and it's very simple. And this is something that I do look at every single day as well when the market does close. I just briefly take a look at it, see what's unusual, what's been going through, and then if something catches my eye, I'll bring it up and take a look at it. Seeking Alpha, this is a great website for articles. If you're doing some due diligence on a stock, you get a lot of articles from other traders that have done due diligence on those names. There may be something that you haven't seen before, some news pieces or pieces of information that you weren't aware of. So it's a good idea to go through that. There also is, trending news and things like that. But that's the main way that I would use this website, the main way that I would do. Last but not least, guys, Twitter. Twitter's fantastic. I would use Twitter. What I would do, if you don't know who to follow, and by the way, I have Twitter up the entire day. I follow specific people. There's a lot of news feeds that I follow on Twitter, and a lot of the times the news feeds will beat the Newswires. And also, if I can't find a piece of news, I usually just go to Explore and search the ticker up, and I'll find ideas. But if you guys don't know who to follow on Twitter, you can go to someone like myself, go to who I'm following, and simply follow everyone I'm following. It's always a good idea, right? You can see what I'm seeing, or whatever respective trader that you like to follow on Twitter, you can do the same thing there. And also give me a follow, why not? Anyways, that's it, guys. I just wanted to go over a couple different tools that I like to use that are free. I think they're good tools in 2022 to look at. And if you aren't looking at them already, consider using some of them. Maybe this helps, maybe it doesn't. Either way, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one.